Welcome to 321 Airsoft's YouTube channel, and we're going to talk today about the gun I use during games. In the comment section, almost every time I post a video of games, we get, what gun are you using? So I'm going to try and answer that as best as I possibly can today. So let's just get right to it. What I am using is a full metal King Arms M4A1 with the Colt trademarks. This is the licensed one by Cybergun. Now, I know a lot of people out there are going to pucker up when I say the word Cybergun, but King Arms does pay the royalties to get the licensing for their M4s. Now, that is pretty cool. Now, I know a lot of people, you want to just go out there and boycott Cybergun to the end of the earth, but understand that they don't make this gun at all. King Arms does. So it is technically a licensed product through Cybergun because they hold the rights to the Colt thing. But anyway, all you haters can put your comments in the comment section and make sure you dislike or like this video. This is it right here. This is my version of that gun. In that box is a completely brand new one. We retail it at 321airsoft.com. Our website sucks, so if you want, you can send us an email at sales@321airsoft.com if you would like to purchase one for $199.99. It's full metal, and we do include an 8.4 volt battery and a wall charger, which you can conveniently throw in the garbage once you get it. Back to this gun. This is my version of it, and what I've done is I changed out a few things on it. It is technically bone stock internally. Everybody keeps asking, what have you done to your gun? They've noticed that it has a nice crisp trigger response or uptake, and that is mainly due to the fact that I use lithium and polymer batteries. I use a 7.4 volt PEC box style battery. This is only 1300 milliamps, 20C. I get about 3,000 to 4,000 shots out of this, believe it or not. The gun's really efficient. It goes in a small style PEC box, and I can mount it on the top or the side. I've got the Dean's plug cable. The reason why I mount it on the top is sometimes I run like my Scout flashlight on there for playing night games or inside buildings. Let's start from the front and work back. What we've got on the front of my M4A1 is a LaRue 11-inch copy. This is not a real steel or real LaRue rail system. This is just a replica. We have them. We occasionally get them through the store. And they retail for around 60 to 69 bucks, depending on the length. This is 11-inch. I do run a tangle down short style grip from Element. I usually don't use the vertical grip, but it is a nice reference point for basically holding the gun right there. So that's why I use it. It's also there for looks. Moving back, let's talk about the delta ring. The King Arms M4A1 has a really tight delta ring. And it was kind of a nightmare actually mounting this rail system on this King Arms. But we did get it on there. It takes a little bit of modifications. Getting the delta ring off did require a Dremel tool. They're almost impossible to back off. I don't know why they're so tight, but it's better than it being loose and having a lot of barrel wobble and then the front end wobbling. That's hard to say. So we cut it off with the Dremel tool. And then we mounted the 11-inch free float rail on there. I like the look it gives. It's kind of sleek. It just takes this basic stock M4 and jazzes it up a little bit. It also gives me a hard point to mount all of my accessories and items that I use during the game. G&P aim point replica. I've had this for years. I must have paid like $140 for this stupid thing back in the day. Now you can get them for like 50 bucks. Not the G&P one, but the Element one and all this. It's the same thing. Most of the time, the battery is dead in this sucker. I get to games and I've left the damn thing on and uses little watch batteries. I wish it would use like a single like AAA. That would be nice. I know that you can't quite put that one in here, but if they built one that way, I would have it. I use the offset sights. They're just angled. They're made by Duke Defense or Defense. It's French, so every reason to hate it. They're just rapid transition sights or offset. I don't use them. They're for looks. So, you know, shit, I don't even know if I have them sighted in. So bark at me if you want, if they don't work or anything like that. I just have them on there, and people like the look of it. And usually when they come up to me, they're like, "Dude, I totally dig those things." So I'm just there to score some attention. That's all it is. 95% of airsofters out there, a bunch of whores. Full Tour iMod stock. We have these for about $39 if you want one. Again, sales at 321airsoft.com. Send it to our email address, or hit us up on our website, or in the comment section here, or send us a private message on YouTube, and we can maybe hook you up with some of the stuff that I've got on here. I even have the quick release sling mounts. They're the quick release detachment. It's kind of hard to do from the other side. I do like having that. The swivel point on there is nice because I transition from left to right, depending if I'm going to a right or left corner. So it's nice to have that option. Other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about my gun. It is pretty much a plain gun. 7.4 volt lithium polymer battery. I did switch out the bucking almost immediately. I didn't like the King Arms bucking. It was inconsistent. I didn't like the way it functioned, so I just grabbed the ones that I like to use, which is the SHS 50 degree. If you don't like the SHS 50 degree, you can use whatever you want. Prometheus makes buckings, Garter makes buckings, but you know, it's like not one is right for everyone. So depending on the type of BB, what barrel you have, what hop-up unit you have, pick the one that works best for you. And the only way you're gonna know that is to experiment. Take it out, stick with it, find out what works, leave it at that. It works great for you. There's no reason to change it, and there's no reason to let some guy stand there and tell you that his shit is better. Tell him the GTFO, your gun works, you can shoot far, boom! That's all that matters, man. Forget the other stuff. Dude, I'm gonna get spammed big time in the comment section for that one. What do you think? Hammered? Yeah. Internally, stock motor, stock gearbox, other than the fact if you go on my channel and look at the video, we took one of these apart, we took mine apart, and we talked about putting a sorbo pad on there. We added the sorbo pad to the back of the cylinder head so that we don't shear off the front of the version 2 gearbox or cause any cracks. Now granted, these are reinforced, so it's held up. This gun has been bone stock other than second tooth removal of the polymer piston and adding the sorbo pad. Everything else in here, bone stock. So, is there any other questions or anything you have about my gun, go ahead in the comment section and add it. Add a comment, we'll do our best to answer it. You know, if you're watching one of our game videos, hopefully you were redirected here so that the answer to your question is, this is the gun that Ray uses. This is the gun that I use in the game. Hopefully down the road I can convince Paul to come out here and talk about his gun, which shoots 40 rounds per second. This one only shoots about 15 rounds per second. But there's a good thing about that. I'm not loading as much, and it stays pretty consistent, and you know, it's low maintenance. I love that. I use the 75 round PMag, green label PMag from Magpul. This is a Star Mag. Star's been around for a long time. This is a decent mag, it's pretty consistent, and at the price point, if they go bad on me, I usually just pitch them. But I've had maybe 2 dozen of these. I carry about 10 of them on the field, and I've maybe even lost 3 of them in a year and a half to 2 years' time. I mean, not lose them, but they've broken down, and I figured, it's time to retire them. So that's it. That's my King Arms M4A1 with all the extra stuff on it. It's mostly for dress up. There's some things that function on there, like the stock. I didn't really need to change the stock, but let's just admit it. Let's just face it. The Voltor iMod stock looks a lot better than a stock M4 stock. Stock. How many times can I say stock? Jeez. And that's it. Watch our videos. Watch this channel. Subscribe. We've got more stuff coming up. And if you look behind me, we've got the weapons bay. It's kind of like Space Age, where it looks like we're on a spaceship, and there's like a big door that opens, and all of our weapons are behind it. In fact, that keypad over there in the corner is blinking. It's like a handprint thing. And then that's where like our gear is stored and stuff. It's neat. We just built it for shits and giggles. So if you want to see more reviews and things like that, they're coming up. We're getting back into the swing of things. It's winter, which means we're stuck inside here in Ohio, which means we have a lot of freaking free time on our hands to talk about this stuff. So send your comments and send your questions. If you have anything you want to see us talk about, let us know. Hope you enjoyed.